Okay, so in this lab we will see like how to load the data into the Google Cloud SQL. So in the earlier labs, like we have seen how to load the data into the BigQuery or Google Cloud Storage bucket using the cloud function. But now in this case, the scenario is given that let's suppose if you have a data, how you can load that data into the Google Cloud SQL, which is a one kind of a database. So we have provided with some data, right? In this case we have data stored in cloud storage bucket, right? So our main aim of this lab is to read the data from the cloud storage bucket and store into SQL. So before storing into the SQL, we should have SQL instance, right? So we need to first create a SQL instance, right? So once the SQL instance is getting created, we need to create a database, right? So once the database is created, we need to create a table, right, within the database, right? So once the table is created, we need to load, or you can say import, the data into the tables. So once the data get loaded, we will run some SQL queries to get the data, correct? Okay, so to create a database and to create a table, we need some SQL queries, right? Like create table name and what all the columns we need. Similarly for the database, create database and database name, right? So all these SQL queries provided to us as part of this lab. So in this lab they provided us some GitHub repo, and inside that GitHub repo we have .sql files. These .sql files have SQL queries to create the DBs and tables, right? Okay, let's see. So as part of this lab, we will learn how to import data from CSV, which is stored in the cloud storage, and how to load into the cloud SQL. Okay, so we will create a SQL instance, then we will create a database, then we will create a table, then we will import the SQL, then we will run some queries. Setup and requirement is same. Prepare your environment. So first we will like 1 minute. Let me start the lab first. Copy the password. Open Google Console. Next, paste the password. Accept. Agree and continue. So let me show you few things first. If I open a cloud storage and I open SQL, and yeah, and these two is okay, sufficient. And let me activate the cloud shell as well. Continue. So see, one storage bucket is already available to us because as I told, we have some data given as part of this lab, and that data is given in some cloud storage bucket. So we have cloud storage bucket, and in that bucket we have one folder name called flight, and inside the folder we have the another folder called row, and inside that row folder we have some CSV files available. So as part of this lab we will read one or two CSV file, and we will store the data from these CSV file into our tables, SQL tables. Okay, let me close this and see. So SQL cloud instance, so we don't have any SQL instance available right now. So to load the data into tables, first we need the table, and to create the table we need the database, and to create the database we need the SQL instance, right? So we can create the SQL instance either directly from here, like create instance and then give the instance name, or we can use the command line tool. So we will do the command line. So first we will run the git clone first. And why we are running git clone? Because as I told you that to create the database and the table, we have we need to write some SQL queries, or we need to execute some SQL queries, and these SQL queries are provided to us as part of this lab, and these are in the GitHub. So we will simply issue git clone command, which is a very basic command. So if we do ls, so this folder is getting created. If we go inside this folder, we have see so many folders, so many more folders. If we go to 03 SQLite Studio and do ls, we see you see create table.sql. If I do 1 second, clear cat create table.sql pipe symbol head -20. So I could see because this is a very large file, so I don't want to show all the things, just the first 20 lines. So see, we have the in the .sql files, all these commands are available. Create database, if not exist, bts, then we use the bts. Then drop table if it exists, that is a flight. Then create table, then all the column name and its type. All right, so that's why we issue the git clone command. So once the git clone command is issued, we will set some variables name, a very basic variable name like a project id and the bucket, because bucket is already available as I show you, and the bucket name is the project id -ml. So we will export the so rather than every time writing the project id and -ml, I will use the bucket name, and rather than every time copy pasting the project id, because project id is very large. So see, so rather than using this, I have stored this value in some variable, that is the project id, and wherever I have to use, I will use that. Okay, this is completed. Now first thing is we need to create an SQL instance. So as part of this lab, so as I told you, either you can just create you open the SQL instance under the database section. Where is database? Yeah, under database section, just open the SQL instance. So this page will be open. You can just create an instance or issue the command. Yes, the very simple command, gcloud SQL, like SQL is a service, so gcloud SQL. But in the SQL, what we have to do, whether we have to create the database, whether we have to create the user, whether we have to create the instances. So we have to create the instances. Okay, whether we have to delete the instances or we have to create. So we have to create. What is the instance name? Flight. Okay, yeah, task completed. Let me refresh it. Though it is still creating. Yeah, you could see SQL instances getting created with the name flights, and here we are using MySQL 5.7 version. Okay, so leave it till now. Okay, we have to wait to get this completed. It will take a few minutes. So the next thing is like by default we have the root user, so we will set the password of the root user. So normal let me show you if I able to open this. So either we can like open this and go to the users tab. The data is currently unavailable because it is like not fully created, so we need to wait. Let me pause the video. Okay, so it is now fully up. So you can go to the user section. So you could see we have the root user. Either we can directly go to this and we can change the password and give the new password, or we can issue the command line command like, so gcloud SQL user set password and password of which user, root user, and which password, minus minus password. So it is updated the default root password. Now so the next thing is to connect to the database. So either we can go to the overview section and we could see the public IP of this SQL instance, and we can directly click on this open cloud shell and it will automatically get connected to our VM, cloud VM, right? Or we can issue, we can give the authorization. So let me show you. Because this terminal is running on some VM, right, and our SQL instance is running on some another VM. So how this terminal know that I have to access that particular SQL instance, and if I try to access it will give some error. So we need to first authorize this VM to the particular SQL instance. So we will use the gcloud SQL instance patch. We will use the patch command and we will give the authorized network and the address, and the address is the IP of this particular VM. So yes, it will take some time to give the authorization. Yeah, authorization is completed. So let's verify the task. If you like there is like ideally there is no need to issue these commands. We can directly like using the web UI, we can click on the open cloud shell. It automatically open the this activate cloud shell, open the automatically open the shell and automatically give the authorization. Okay, so now we need to create a database and we need to create the tables. All right, so let me show a few commands. Yes, so this is the main command. So we have the create table.sql file, right, which I show you, the create table.sql file which we have like which is exist in this folder, which we have a clone from the Git repository, right? Now using these SQL commands, or you can say file, we will like pass this whole file or all queries in the MySQL command, right? So MySQL minus host. So we are issuing the MySQL command, but on which host it will run, on which MySQL it will run. So we will give minus host MySQL IP, and MySQL IP is this IP 32, 35.2, 39.196.1. okay, and then username and password. So it will ask for the password. So password is password. So it will like create the tables and create the databases, right? Now the database and table is created. Now we will connect to the MySQL. So normally very normal command like MySQL and then host, to which host we need to like connect, through which user and which password. So enter password. Enter. So we enter into the MySQL, use the BTS database because the database is, the name is BTS. We can see all the database from here as well. Click on the databases. See, these are the few default databases. One is the BTS database, which is part of the .sql which is in the like create table.sql file which we have created. Okay, so we have created the like select count star from flights. So we could see like there are 0 records as of now. So we have to insert the like records into it. So exit. So okay, now we have to insert the record from the CSV file. But CSV file, where the CSV file exists? CSV file exists on our cloud storage. So first we will do is we will like copy the like CSV file into our local VM, or you can say this attachment. So we are just issuing the gsutil cp command, and that's it. So we are copying the 2 files. So that's why like rather than issuing 2 commands 2 times, we run in a loop. So now the files are available: flight.csv-0, flight.csv-1. Now we will use the MySQL import command, and we are importing from the flight.csv file. Enter password. Now it will load the data. Okay, so we have loaded the data. So now again like reconnect to the MySQL instance and cross verify whether the data is actually loaded or not. So we use BTS select count star from flights. Now we could see this number of records. Okay, so now issue some few like SQL commands. Just randomly issue command which we have given. Okay. So in this command, like rather than in the where clause, rather than doing like okay, departure delay is less than 10-20, we are using some variable name. So we are setting the variable's name and issuing those command and using the variable's name in the where clause. Yeah, that's it, and we can exit it. There is a one MCQ. So it told that the SQL instance which we have created is of which type. So we have created the SQL instance of N1 and standard S1. If you go to create a SQL cloud instance, So you will see here DB N1 standard and S1. Yeah, that's it. That's the so main purpose of this lab is how to load the data into the Google Cloud SQL. So we need to see, okay, from where we can open the SQL instance. So what we have to do first, we have to create the SQL instance, then we have to create the database, then we have to set the root password, then we have to create the database, then we create the table, then we have to load the table. And how we can connect, we can either connect directly from here or using the patch command. So this is the main purpose of this lab.